Hello and welcome to How to Rule an Asteroid and weird paleo art that mostly Doc Dino found and not me at all. So let's be honest about that. He did all the work here. And he has generously come to show me some really cool paleo art. And I believe we're waiting on a guest as well. Is that correct?
Yes, at least one, possibly two, but more likely one. He should
Okay,
be here soon.
perfect. Tonight I am girly and drinking Bud Light Lime um, for what was it for every new picture and then every I don't want to say every dinosaur question because then I'll be very drunk because they'll just come up with all of the dinosaur questions.
Well, I mean, we we can say every couple, or I I don't
They
I don't know if we want to say if it takes me longer than a few seconds to answer.
fair enough, fair enough. Okay,
Uh,
going over
so I guess
here.
new pictures and complicated dino questions, folks. So feel free to send them in. Try to stump me.
Yes, you will most assuredly stump me. So I'm here to learn and mispronounce things.
That's what a lot of people do. And
All right,
I, for my part, am starting with a Keystone Light, but once this is done, I have some clamatos that I'm interested in getting into.
clamatos.
Yeah, it's a kind of interesting drink I never had until recently, but they're actually pretty tasty.
Like a pre-mixed like a Caesar or a Bloody Mary or like it's
Kind of like a Bloody Mary. Here, I'll get one out
okay,
to show you.
sure.
Well, I guess it came. Well, I guess it came in a 4 pack. Uh, so it's like beer with tomatoes and garlic, which sounds weird, but it's
It
actually
just
really good.
I don't know how I feel about that. Interesting. Okay. Okay. Well, you'll
Definitely
have to
one of
let
the.
me know how it is.
I've had them before, not this specific brand, but the ones I've had are pretty tasty.
Nice.
And I see we already have Aunt Jer in the chat. Hello, Aunt Jer. Hope you're doing well.
And apparently you are keeping it classy.
Why? Because I said a drink that wasn't beer. I'm already drinking beer. Oh yeah, Clamato also has
And
clam juice
tomato
in
and
it.
clam juice. I've had like just the clamato with the clam juice before.
Hmm.
Um,
I think
I
that would
it
just
was
be a
fine.
la beer. I don't know. They're good. They're good. The points they're good.
All right.
But go ahead. You
I was
go
just
ahead.
going to ask if you had control of the slides, all right, and
Uh,
could kick us off.
yes, yes, I do. We shall be looking at weird paleo art. Before we get started, I guess just a little bit of a background. What does paleo art mean? Paleo art, paleo artistry, are depictions of extinct animals in art. This can be in the form of movies, video games, books, but of course, everyone thinks of pictures, paintings, drawings, sketches. It can take many many forms as art itself can take. But they all share in common that they work with extinct animals. And of course, that means you can have paleo art that depicts things that are billions of years old, or stuff that is only decades old, sadly enough. But most of what we'll be focusing on today is from the Mesozoic, so the age of dinosaurs, specifically mostly dinosaurs themselves, though there's great paleo art of a lot of other prehistoric creatures.
I'm excited.
And yes, and we're going to kind of be starting with some old classic paleo art pieces. So if you've ever been to like museums, they often have these up on the wall, or you might see them in really old dinosaur books. And some I actually have a bit of personal history with, so I'm kind of excited to talk about them. Oh, yeah, and actually, before any piece of art, a little disclaimer like anything else, paleo art does age. It becomes inaccurate over time, but we can still learn from the techniques of past artists to do modern art, and there's usually still stuff you can learn. Most paleo art is based on real fossil evidence. That's another thing that kind of distinguishes it from more traditional, like fantasy art or something. Paleo art is usually based on fossils and or modern animals to a degree. There's usually some inspiration. And of course, if you're going to talk about a classic, you have to talk about Charles R. Knight. But first, a quick drink.
Right? Haha.
So, Charles Knight was a very famous painter in the early 1900s and I think late 1800s. He did a lot of pieces for the American Museum of Natural History and a bunch of other museums depicting mostly creatures that were found during the Bone Wars, which was a kind of interesting period of paleontology history. Uh, Long story short, a couple paleontologists had a stick measuring contest, let's say, and tried to outdo one another by finding more extinct animals. These were Othniel Marsh and uh, sorry, Cope. I can't remember his first name, but Marsh and Cope. In the end, Marsh kind of won. He named more dinosaurs, but both of them had really scummy tactics, and we're still trying to sort through their mess over 100 years later. It got that bad. Edward Drinker Cope. Yes, thank you, Ollie Griffith. Um, anyway, despite their many, many personal and professional failings, these men nevertheless discovered, or at least named, lots of fossils. Lots and lots of fossils. And this picture illustrates one of the most famous ones, Brontosaurus.
Yes.
Uh, Brontosaurus, of course, is, well, it's one of the dinosaurs. If you tell someone to think of a dinosaur, they're going to think of one of three things: T Rex, Triceratops, and Brontosaurus. Uh, Especially weirdly, as I found out in parts of the world other than the US, for some reason, Brontosaurus has had huge worldwide recognition, like more so than T Rex in some areas, which I just think is kind of interesting. Uh, And of course, when these things were first discovered, I mean, they were animals the size of a whale, but apparently they lived on land because they were found in land deposits. But since they were so big, a lot of people thought they had to be in water most of the time to support their bulk. So, we thought they lived in swamps. Of course, nowadays we realize this isn't really the case. Um, Most, if not all, sauropods would have been basically fully terrestrial.
Okay,
In
but
fact,
now I want a swamp sauropod and I need one for the collection. That's just how it is now.
I mean, they definitely, considering how long they were around, at least one had to have existed, but I can't think of any off the top of my head.
Oh, everybody's coming. We've got Jeff C. and we've got Big Bad Mama. Hi, everybody. Thanks and welcome.
Yes, hello, hello. And we have more people, so I'm just going to re say the drink triggers real quick.
Yep.
Jess and I will be taking a drink when we go to a new dinosaur image, or if someone sends in a dinosaur question that stumps me, so feel free to fire them off.
Ooh, Ollie might be
Uh,
good at that.
I look forward to it.
Right on.
Um, anyway, we thought they lived in swamps. Now it turns out most of them didn't. Some weirdos probably did, just because that's how biology works. There's always an exception to every rule. But I can't think of any at the moment. Any swamp dwelling sauropods, that is.
Not
But
sauropods, no.
nope. But this art also depicts some other strange features. Like it has the Brontosaurus. Well, this one is sticking its head almost straight up, and this one has its neck basically facing straight out. Nowadays, both of these reconstructions are outdated. Instead, most people tilt them up at about a 45, 50-degree angle from horizontal. From Aunt Jer, is Brontosaurus inspiration for Nessie? No, Nessie is usually based on a plesiosaur, but, well,
Oh.
okay, that's actually kind of complicated.
Oh. Oh.
Uh, so the original Legends of the Loch Ness Monster had really weird shapes. Sometimes it was depicted as just being a bunch of huge swirls. Sometimes it was depicted as basically a camel. It wasn't until King Kong came out that we started seeing the Loch Ness Monster be this long necked thing that lived in the water,
Okay.
which might have been inspired by the film's depiction of Brontosaurus. So, in a way, yes and no.
That's cool. I love that. Hey,
There's
Al.
there's a lot there's a lot of weird things like that in paleontology and pop culture. I mean,
Yeah.
go figure. As long as we've known about dinosaurs, they've inspired things all over the world.
I heard a factoid, and by heard I mean read, and it was on IMDb, and it said that after Jurassic Park came out, was it 92 or 93? I don't remember.
93.
93. Um, it upped the amount of dinosaurs found per year to approximately 50.
Yes, paleontologists tend to refer to it as the Jurassic Park effect.
Ah, I love that.
Um, I mean, for its time, Jurassic Park was the highest grossing movie of all time. It had the most people watching it of any movie in history, maybe except King Kong or
Right.
something like that, or, well, Star Wars, I guess. But any movie in its genre, it was definitely one of, if not the most popular ones. And it got a lot of people interested in dinosaurs because of how lifelike they appeared. And in a way, Jurassic Park is paleo art. It's
Yeah.
kind of interesting how art affects the world around us, or sorry, art affects the human world, which impacts science because it spurred interest in Jurassic Park, or it spurred interest in dinosaurs. And at least for the next few Jurassic Park films, and to a lesser degree the Jurassic World films, anytime one of those movies comes out, museum attendance spikes every single time. In fact, it these days, unfortunately, it's one of the only reasons I look forward to a new Jurassic World movie. The, the last ones
Al
have not been
was
great.
Al was saying that my audio is way lower than yours, and I don't know how to turn that up. Let me
Oh, um,
audio microphone.
let me
Uh,
see if I can
uh,
turn it down on my end because I don't want to overtalk you. Give me half a second.
okay, if I switch over to this, is it any better or worse or what?
You're quieter to me,
Quieter to you. Well, that's probably not good.
and I can hear myself echoing.
Okay, what if I do this? Is that any better
Nope.
or
Both me and the
worse?
audience are saying it's worse.
I think we're gonna have to stick with the original one being quiet. I'm sorry, guys. I'll try and get a better microphone for next time. I don't have a professional mic yet.
Oh,
I'm really
Al is
sorry.
saying you're like 5% of me. I'll try to talk a little
Oh
quieter, I
wow,
guess.
damn.
Oh my. Or
Turn the
maybe
audio
if I put my
down. I
microphone
can
behind my
mute you.
computer. Nope, that's not going to work. No,
Thank you
that's
everybody for
louder.
bearing with us through this. That is louder.
Oh, my
I'm not
friend
in
is
a
here.
shoebox. I am in an attic. Hi,
Uh,
friend. Let me get you added to the
just a
scene.
sec, gotta add ya. There he is.
Hello.
Hello,
There we
Dom.
go. Hello.
Hello. Hi.
Oh,
So
well, he's a lot louder than you, too.
Is he?
Yeah,
Okay.
she's very
I'll
quiet.
come. I am very quiet. What if I change
Can you
this?
turn up your microphone gain?
I don't know how to do that. That is a smart person thing.
Uh,
Thing.
that's very interesting. You cannot turn up microphone gain on this website. That is very interesting. I just tried to do it
No.
myself.
Yeah, there's no option for that.
Weird. Hmm.
Microphone in use, and then I go to that,
Oh,
How
and
far
oh,
away
there's a
is your microphone, Jess? Like,
that's a
can you
good
move yours
question.
closer to you?
Nope, don't know where it is. I might be talking into my laptop right now, and that might be the problem.
If you go to settings and audio, what's your input device?
It says for audio. I am not audio smart. That's correct, Dave. I am not audio smart. That is the thing. I am smart in other creative, crafty ways,
I can't
not
even
audio.
modify everyone else's volume because I was going to turn Doc down a bit and her up a bit. I can't even do that on my end.
Yeah.
That's
So I'm using microphone array, Intel Smart Sound technology for digital microphones. So I think that's my
that's your
laptop.
laptop.
Yeah,
That's your
I
laptop.
think
Yeah.
that's the only
Uh,
thing. It's not going to come through these. I don't think.
do you have a
Yeah.
plug-in mic?
Mm,
Uh,
Okay.
it should be fine if needed. Just lean into your mic. That's what I tend to do when I'm forced to use my laptop.
I've got you guys as close as I can possibly be here. I'm leaning into the laptop.
Yeah.
I'm so sorry.
You're fine. It's a technology thing.
We will
I
get
guess
it
Dom and I
sorted
can
and
just try to talk a little quieter.
oh my
It's so
gosh.
weird that there's no mic level on here. That's so weird. I've never seen that before.
It's weird because I was playing with audio today as well, and I would have loved to have like a whole box with gain and everything like that to play
Yeah.
with. That would be lovely, but I don't think that's an option.
Yeah.
Do you know if
Well,
it's an option with something like StreamYard? Because I could look into another program
StreamYards
or an
definitely
idea.
is. We've messed with it multiple times on StreamYards.
yeah, StreamYard has manual. The big thing is you're gonna have a big logo in the top, unless you pay like
Right.
$40 a month for it.
That's what I think this one's 40 as well.
Oh,
Well,
okay.
then I guess it's kind of a lateral move for you. It was too much for me
Mm,
for the time
yeah.
being.
Yeah.
Yeah. We don't use it that often either, so.
Yeah.
Yes,
I
as Aunt
guess,
Jer
well, I
puts
mean,
it, as Aunt Jer puts it, uh, Dom and I will try to use our inside voices, and Jess can use her outside voice.
I'll try my
okay.
best.
And I will enunciate and speak like I'm doing Shakespeare for some reason.
Uh, and let's see.
Comments.
Speaking of Dom, would you like to introduce yourself some?
Oh, yes, I
Who
should
are
do that.
you, and what are you
Hi.
drinking?
Currently not alcohol. We'll see if I go get vodka from the fridge
Ooh,
later. But hi, my name is Dominic Peary. I am attempting to be a FOSS preparator at some point. I have interned at Harvard. I was let go recently due to the fact that Harvard lost all of their funding due to our government doing magical things. That is part of it. There are other reasons as well, like all of the people working there not getting paid. So plenty of reasons. I'm looking to other things, possibly going back to college because I don't have a college degree because I'm cheating paleontology, my favorite thing. Um, but and maybe going out west when Doc eventually says they're digging bones up.
Ha.
we'll see.
Yeah, I'm
See?
aware. I'm aware. Getting stuff at this current time is hard because money doesn't exist.
That's true.
Yeah.
That's true.
Yeah.
But you are a fan of paleo art, though, are you not?
I am a very big fan of PaleoArt. The backgrounds of the computer I'm using and my phone, and I don't have any hanging up. I should get some hanging up in my room, but yeah, PaleoArt's a very big thing. I've reviewed PaleoArt before when Doc and I and someone else used to review Arc, and that is technically PaleoArt. If some of it's not some of it's garbage, PaleoArt does not have to be drawn. Anything that has anything to do with prehistoric creatures is PaleoArt. So yes.
And we were actually still on our first piece of paleo art of the night, this very classic Charles Knight
Yes.
painting. Do you have anything to chime in on this?
Not really. It's Brontosaurus, right? This one.
I believe it is. The one in the back might be Diplodocus the longer I stare at it.
That's true. It's just nice. This is. I probably have 4 books with this art in it. Just looking into the side of my books on this, but yeah, this is one of the most iconic pieces of paleo art of all time. So that's about
Yes.
it. There's a later Brontosaurus one that, if Doc added it, I will speak at volumes about.
Barosaurus, but there are more sauropods on here.
Aha!
Um, and and actually, this piece in particular, you can see it referenced in several movies. There's The
Yeah.
Rite of Spring, I believe, has a sauropod in a similar position. Um, there's also
Doesn't
the
Land
first
Before
Land
Time do
Before
it?
Time. Yep,
Yeah, that's
Land
one that I
Before Time
remember.
starts with sauropods eating in the street or in the swamp like this.
I don't. I think the King Kong 2005 book has something like this, not the movie. There's concept art of one of their sauropods doing this. I
Yes.
think.
Oh, and
Yeah,
back when Camarasaurus or Brontosaurus still had a Camarasaurus head.
yeah.
Yes and no. Um, when Marsh first described Brontosaurus, we didn't have a skull for it, so they created a skull modeled after a dinosaur called Camarasaurus. It's not a carbon copy, but it's definitely based on it.
Yes.
It was only many decades later that we realized that these two long-necked dinosaurs are only distantly related. But
Very
it's not as big of a screw up as many people have heard it was.
No, yes, it actually they took. We had no sauropod heads besides Camarasaurus at the time. I don't think we had Diplodocus, right? So
We might have
it
had
didn't have a skull.
Diplodocus. I'm not sure though. I think we
Um,
got some skull material in the How Quarry, but that
yeah,
was later. That was the early
this
1900s.
was not one of Marsh's greatest fuck ups. This was very much a educated guess with the we had nothing at the time, so I guess it looks like maybe this.
Which is something you see with a lot of old paleo art. In the past, we were a lot less good at figuring out who was related to whom.
Mostly because we had nothing, but
Yeah, turns out
From like
when you have more puzzle pieces, it's easier to put together the puzzle.
yeah.
from like a fully just artistic perspective, it's a very nicely done image with like the negative space of the sky and everything like that, and the
Yep.
swamp and the colors, and I quite like it actually. It might not be accurate, but it's certainly a beautiful piece of art.
It's
Yes, there's a reason why he was commissioned by the
Yeah,
American Museum of Natural History.
yeah.
Charles Knight was a gifted artist, to say the
yes.
Uh,
least.
I'm going to give you a hint. By the way, if I'm here all the time, I should be. Um, of what me and Doc are going to be saying for most of the inaccurate paleo art that's on here. It's either going to be this was inaccurate at the time and dumb and stupid, or this is one of the greatest paleo artists of all time. I don't care. It looks cool. It's usually one of those two.
There's going to be a lot of that for the outdated stuff, yes. Though
Yeah.
there are some things that are just wrong, which we will get
Yeah,
to.
yes, just wrong is my favorite thing because it's making stuff up, which is the paleontologist's favorite thing to do.
Especially before 1980. And actually, this will be kind of fun, Dom, because I mostly put together this presentation. You've not seen any of it, so you have no
No, I
idea what I'm
haven't.
going to pull out of my hat.
I have no. All I know is that you might have put my favorite piece of paleo art in here. That's all I know.
Potentially, there is a lot of paleo art, so
Yes.
we should
Um.
probably get to our next piece.
Mhm.
Which there are a couple Charles Knight paintings in a row. So drink.
God, I haven't seen this one in a while. I forgot how lizardly he made Protoceratops.
The
Those are
last time I saw
iguanas.
the last
That's
time I saw this was in a Dino
Protoceratops.
book from the 80s.
Okay.
God,
Um,
I
I have a poster
rewatched the
here.
oh,
two
let's let
P3
Jess go.
Protoceratops. Oh yeah, sorry.
Sorry, I actually have a poster. I'm the kid in this, and Protoceratops is on my poster, and I got a little excited. Sorry.
Don't be sorry. We'll try not to talk over you. It's just hard to
Yeah,
hear you.
I'm
yeah.
sorry.
No,
It,
Okay,
it's not
it's
your
not your
fault.
fault.
Wait, I can put.
it is because I decided to do the spur of the moment, and I clearly was not prepared enough. So
It's fine.
It happens. It
Yeah,
happens.
it does. Again, the art is great. This is probably what was this painted? Because this might have been
Charles Knight, so had to be in the 20s at latest, right?
okay.
Like, that's the first
We
Mongolian expeditions.
If it's 20s, then I'm going to give it the benefit of the doubt. If it was like 40s or 50s, this would be inaccurate at the time. But 20s, I don't. We may not even had a full Triceratops yet.
No, but we did have multiple complete Protoceratops right off the bat. 1922. I just checked.
oh wow.
22. Protoceratops' tail isn't that long. I'm going
Um,
to start nitpick. I should.
no, I think it is actually. It's just
Oh,
Protoceratops has a weird tail.
yeah, it just does the weird thing where, yeah. The,
It has like
Protoceratops,
a mini sail.
yeah, it's weird and dumb and great. It's a sheep.
Hmm.
It's the
Dumb.
sheep of the late
Yeah.
late
Actually,
Cretaceous.
wait. They gave it the wrong eggs. They gave it Oviraptor eggs.
Well, I mean, there's a decent reason for that, though.
I'm aware. I just noticed it though. That's really nice. They gave it Oviraptor eggs because they
Here,
didn't know. It's
tell
so
you
good.
what, Dom, do you want to say why they gave it Oviraptor eggs while I show people what a modern Protoceratops looks like?
Yes. So the reason why I mentioned, and they have, oh god, an awful animal. Sorry. Um, the reason why they gave it Oviraptor eggs is because when Oviraptor was discovered, it was on top of an egg pile, and they just assumed that the egg pile it was on top of was a Protoceratops. Now, this was not without evidence. It's because Protoceratops is so unbelievably common, especially when they went to the first dig. They just assumed, well, the most common animal, this must be the eggs, because we keep finding these eggs. It must be the most common animal's eggs, which isn't a bad observation. But yeah, no, these are not. Later, found out Oviraptor was not trying to eat Protoceratops eggs. It died on top of its own eggs.
Yeah, it was a very caring parent that was named after eating its own young.
It probably ate other young because they're
Yeah,
evil, but
I found some great art of Gigantoraptor later. I have to send you. It's it's horrible. Uh, but
good.
that's a rant for another day. How terrible Oviraptorosaurs are.
He.
The big what is interesting is that this painting has interesting historical context. This painting was made after the American Museum of Natural History, you'll hear that name a few more times, went to Mongolia, to the Gobi Desert, to search for fossils. The person leading the expedition, Roy Chapman Andrews, wanted to find prehistoric mammals, but the poor guy found hundreds of dinosaurs instead,
That's the
and
same thing that happened with.
dozens of dinosaur eggs.
Yes, that's the same thing that happened kind of with the Australian expedition from Harvard. They went to find living mammals, and instead they found Kronosaurus.
It's one of the largest marine predators of the early Cretaceous.
If you don't
Uh,
have the the father eating his son art in here, I'm gonna send it to you because it's also great.
I don't have it in here. We can show it later when we get to modern paleo art.
That's
Because we
fine.
kind of go
That's fine.
from old to modern in here.
Yeah, 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 yeah. Yeah. No, yeah, yeah. Father eating son is really good. But
But
yes, do these pieces have names? By the way, they should have all have names.
Oh, that's fun.
I don't know if this one has a name. Let
Because
me
the
see if it does.
paleoart names are kind of amazing half the time.
Oh, this one's just nesting Protoceratops.
That's so boring.
I we just as a whole, paleontologists and paleoartists alike love to give overly dramatic names to things just because it's
It's our
fun.
favorite thing. Our favorite thing.
Shout out to the small tyrannosaur that's named Harbinger of Doom,
I love it. Yes, it's so good.
and the one named Thanos. Well, that's an
Thanos,
Abelisaur.
Thanos also has other issues with it and its name, but yeah.
I,
The Morris Intrepidus is great.
yeah. Anyway, we like to be dramatic and we like to have fun. This piece is
Yes.
not very dramatic, but it is kind of important in the history of paleontology because I believe these expeditions were the first ones to ever find dinosaur eggs. Which, even if they
Uh,
were misattributed,
yes.
that's pretty big.
Yes, because Myosaur was the first one to find embryos.
Either Myosaur or Mosaurus.
You're right. Yes.
Well, no,
But
Mosaurus
this
is
was definitely
babies.
the
Never mind.
this is sorry, documented of finding eggs. You should say that. Fossils have been found for thousands of years and been multiple things. Documented case of finding dinosaur eggs that we knew they were dinosaur eggs.
In fact, while I was looking for Protoceratops images, I stumbled across a piece of paleo art that kind of references people finding fossils forever. There,
Yay!
there is some speculation, which is speculation but not without precedent, that Protoceratops fossils might have inspired the legend of the griffin.
I
Uh,
can.
the
That's awful
I
that I
get
can see that.
I guess I can see that. Yeah.
Where'd they get
uh,
the wings from?
so
I mean,
I'll
my
first I'll get a skeleton that kind of shows it. Uh, so first let's kind of examine these animals side by side. Uh, Protoceratops, small beaked herbivore. Griffin, mid size ish, beaked carnivore.
mythology always
But
scales up things.
well, that's one thing. The other thing is, oh, there's a Mark Whitten blog about all this. That's kind of interesting.
Ooh,
Um,
Brooklyn.
but looking at this illustration by Scott Hartman here, you can kind of
Ooh.
see that Protoceratops has really long shoulder blades. And because most
Oh,
fossils are found disarticulated, it's been hypothesized
yeah,
that some of the shoulders might have ridden up a bit far during preservation and been found and kind of look like wings. Then you have the big eagle like beak and actually pretty sharp teeth that
yeah. And
Protoceratops has.
you can also be like they found the
Possible.
full head, and they thought that they could have thought that one of the non-eye holes were the proper eye hole, like the fenestre behind the one right behind its eye. I don't know if it's fenestre on.
That's the nasal.
No, no, other way. The one on the other side. That one, yes.
Uh, te-
The
Lateral temporal fenestra? Like
fenestre, yeah.
the side
Because
hole in the
that,
head.
yeah. Again, you could imagine it being mistaken either when the fill broke off. I can easily see it. If we get to the other one, which is the Cyclops mammoth thing, which we might get to later.
That is not in here, but we can talk about that later for sure.
Yeah.
But again, it's just a hypothesis. There's no real way to prove this. It's just kind of interesting that legends of griffins originate from the area where Protoceratops fossils are found in great abundance.
Yes.
Also, because I wanted to make a point of shouting out artists in this stream, this is also a Mark Whitten piece, funnily enough.
Mark Whitten's great, one of the best paleo artists of our time.
I agree.
Yeah.
Jess, did you have any Protoceratops questions, or are we ready for number 3?
Okay, so what okay, so was Protoceratops in the Cretaceous?
Yes.
Yes.
Yes? Okay. Where on the tree? No, I this is it is it a, it's a ceratopsian, right?
Yes, I can get
Yes.
where it places.
Where is it related to in regards to Loki ceratops?
Not
Um,
close, I'd assume.
I think it's 10 to 15 million years earlier. Um,
Okay.
so the weird thing with the Cretaceous is most of the groups go through and they change pretty little. Two groups change a ton right towards the end. Those are Tyrannosaurs and Ceratopsians. In the span of about 15 million years, we go from little things like this to giant horned monstrosities in North America, and basically only in North America, weirdly enough.
Oh,
And tyrannosaurs go from speedy little things with strong bites to giant terrors with
Yeah.
unbelievably powerful bites.
Yeah.
Both of them in 15 million years,
yeah.
right at the end of the
Um,
Cretaceous.
and ceratopsians are weird that they only do it in North America. They do it ignoring Sinoceratops, that we have no idea why it's there. But
Yes.
yes, Protoceratops is the most basal member of the group that becomes
That's
the
what I
giants of
thought.
North America.
Okay,
Okay.
that's really cool. Thank you for that.
Yep. No
And
problem.
and
Which
Loki Ceratops, that's a fun mention.
Lokiceratops is
It's
great.
it's my favorite dinosaur.
I
It's
you know,
weird and
I
uneven.
It's my favorite dinosaur. Sorry, I said that very quietly. I will
no,
try and say things louder.
you're absolutely fine. And fair enough. I always
Yeah.
find it interesting to learn what people's favorite dinosaurs are. Is there a particular reason or just because it's weird?
There's like some connotation to myself practicing paganism for a while, and the mismatched.
That makes
Yeah,
sense.
Oh, fun. Like the mismatched horns on the frill?
yeah,
Such a
and
weird
being I
animal.
like from the mythology or from Marvel, whatever you want to call it.
Yeah.
I think it's pretty nifty, and he looks badass. So
Totally fair.
I have realized some of people's favorite dinosaurs. It's very the further you up you get into paleontology, so the more experienced someone is, the more generic their favorite dinosaur will be. It's a very
Well,
interesting fact.
I
it's
ask everybody what their favorite dinosaur is, and so many times the main answer I find people say ducky.
really.
Yeah, yeah.
Huh.
Second most popular answer, pterodactyl.
But yeah, but no,
Yeah.
I
yeah,
now the funny thing, what's that curve where idiots are really confident?
yeah.
It's like that curve where the less you know, the more generic your tastes are, and the more you know, the more generic your tastes are.
No,
And then there's
if
those
you,
people who think they know everything who have the weird obscure ones.
it's not even another thing. It's
I
just
don't
if
know
you
it.
like dinosaurs so much, but you're not a paleontologist, not studying to be one, or you're just like I like dinosaurs as a kid. If you're just interested in paleo stuff, you tend to like I've heard Loki Ceratops. I every single Ceratopsian under the sun. You hear like my favorite dinosaur is Oxalia, and I'm like that is one bone.
That
Um,
is a nose.
yeah, exactly. Or actually, I've heard what's the tooth genus that I've heard of
The one from Africa.
the
I know
really
what you're talking
popularly named
about.
one. Yeah, there's another small
Siamosaurus. I don't know. That's also a
Simosaurus.
tooth genus.
There's a bunch of like obscure Spinosaurs. You'll hear an obscure like my favorite dinosaur is a Rostion. I'm like that. Sure, bud. That we don't know what that looks like,
I
Actually, we have a lot of Aristown.
but we do.
I
Regard.
remembered another reason why I liked Loki Ceratops, by the way. It's
Hmm.
because his holotype is named Frederick.
That sounds like a holotype's name. Yep,
And I
that's
love
yeah.
that.
Yeah.
I love that.
We
Sorry,
can be
please
so creative
continue.
with scientific names, and
Don't
then every
apologize.
single
It's
holotype,
fine.
and then all of the holotypes names like, guys, look, this is Stan.
Yeah.
Sure
Uh,
is, Stan.
the
Yeah,
holotype of T-Rex doesn't even have a name, I don't think.
it might not. I know the holotype of Chronosaurus doesn't, but the one in Harvard is called Plasterosaurus. That's the name that they call it
There
because
is a
it's
list of all the holotype names. We can go through them at some
there.
point if you want.
Oh,
Not necessarily
Really?
today, but like, oh
yes, we
yeah.
Is
need
that
to
on
Oh
do
yeah.
that.
Wikipedia?
That sounds fun.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. There's some good ones on there too.
I've never heard of this. Oh,
Oh,
list of dinosaur specimens with nicknames. I see that.
Yes.
Yeah, there's a lot. Not all
Not
holotypes,
all
but a lot.
holotypes, no, but
Oh, yep, I see Frederick.
yeah.
I actually.
Uh,
Oh wait, I didn't actually see this. Oh my lord. Oh yeah,
here,
Antonio the Centrosaurus. I know that one. I know Big Sam. I know Boswell. I know Bruce. I know Elliot. There is also Bunker, which it won't be on here
Oh,
because it's a
Bunker.
dinosaur. Bunker is the largest Tylosaurus we've ever discovered. It's what 58 feet long. The head is 12
58?
feet long. It's
I
she's
Okay,
giant.
12 feet long sounds too big. I think it's closer to like 6 or 8, which is
The
still
head's
too
bigger than
big.
head is bigger than a human. That's all I know. I might be over exaggerating it. All I know is the head's like bigger than your average person.
Jesus.
It's an awful, gigantic animal. Harvey, Liz Centro 2.
Here.
There's a
But
lot of Centrosauruses on here. Oh, a
well,
weird
there's going to be a
amount.
lot of Tyrannosaurs too. But
Yeah.
we were here for Paleo Art. Shall we
Sorry,
continue?
Yeah,
I got us all
it's not.
distracted. Let
You're
us continue
Let's
down the
continue.
you're
paleo.
fine. I'm just noticing we're 40 minutes in and 3 art pieces have been done. We have like
Yep.
27.
We have to go a bit fast.
I am
I
having a good time.
Then again, this is normal for
Yes.
Dominize things.
Yeah.
Um Speaking of
Oh my goodness.
ceratopsians,
Yeah.
Speaking of
uh
Centrosaurus, is that not Triceratops?
this is Agathalmus.
Okay. Could you say that one more time for me?
Agathalmus.
So I'm ish right. I,
So in these days, especially with Cope and Marsh, they like to name things on very fragmentary material or mixed material.
or just
I
take two bones that are from the same thing and say they're different.
Especially if you're Cope.
Yes.
I think Agathalmus is a Cope one, and it is a mixture of probably Triceratops and Ankylosaur remains.
That makes sense for what it
I
looks like.
did get that vibe from it. Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
hence why it looks like this and has armor on its back, which
Armor.
I'm noticing the image is small, so I'm. No, that's worse.
Yep. Just keep it like that.
But yeah, another Charles Knight piece, and it's a nice one. This one also gets referenced, but um, this is not a real dinosaur.
This is what I think of, like when I think of just dinosaur paleo art of the time. Not anything specific, just
Yes,
I think of dinosaur paleo art. This one I think of. I don't know why I think of the. Is it Dryptosaurus? The two Dryptosaurus ones. I don't know if that's from this time. I don't think it is,
yes,
but
that's a Charles Knight one.
it is Charles Knight. That one I
Well,
also think of because
it's called Leaping Laylaps because it had a
Laylaps.
different name.
Yes.
Which
Yes.
I think that's in here. I saved it if it's not in here, but
My
how about
my
we
question
drink to
was
this and then go
whether
to. Oh, good.
yes. A quick question. Is that if you already said it, I apologize again because that's what I do. Is this a chimera?
Yeah.
Yes.
Yes.
Chimera is when multiple animals are mixed together, including in paleontology.
Yes, I
We
figured.
do it a
I just
lot.
wanted to make
We
sure that
used
I
to
was
do
on
it
the
a
right.
lot.
Okay.
Yeah.
You should a lot more, I should say. We still have instances of Dakota Raptor. What? I'm
I
doing
was
it.
gonna say Dakota Raptor too.
No, it's definitely
I,
real. It's definitely real. Definitely real. Definitely in a museum that no
Definitely.
paleontologist is allowed to see.
I have so many
funny
memes.
enough, there's a T Rex that was mixed with ankylosaur material
Yes, I
and
do.
uh, given the name Dynamosaurus
Hmm.
Yeah, that's where
or
Dynamasaurus comes from.
Dynamosaurus imperiosus,
God, it's a good
the
name.
powerful emperor lizard.
You can never use it
Emperor.
again because that's how science works.
Powerful emperor lizard. All right.
Although its name was referenced in a relatively new tyrannosaur named Dynamo Terror,
Yes, it was.
Okay.
the powerful fear.
It sucks that Cope and Marsh were sometimes very good at naming things and sometimes not because normally they waste the good names on the fake things and then the real thing gets the bad name.
Well, Dynamosaurus was Osborne.
Well, yes, but I'm like Cope. Who named T Rex? That also Osborne, right?
That was Osborne.
Yeah, but
T Rex and Dynamosaurus were named in the same paper, Dynamasaurus was just named pages later. That's why we still call
And
T-Rex T-Rex.
and no, there's also one thing. Isn't Dynodon right under T Rex? Like paragraphed under
Deinodon
T
is
Rex?
just a generic Tyrannosaur tooth taxon.
I thought Dynodon was right under T Rex, and that's why it's T Rex on Dynodon.
No, Deinodon is specifically a tooth taxon,
Okay.
and it's a mix of different Tyrannosaurs from different
That
formations.
makes more. I think that makes more sense. I'm double checking this up. I might be wrong.
And Jess has stepped away for a second.
She's
Sorry,
back.
my computer got unplugged, so I had to plug it
That's
back in.
fine.
It's okay, it's okay. Are we ready for our next one?
Yes.
Yes.
Okay. And drink.
I love that one.
The most grotesque.
That's
There,
fantastic.
I'll just read it out for anyone who's listening to this. Was most grotesque animal, Stegosaur, who lived in Utah ages ago, is a freak of nature.
Agreed.
There
This is
are
from an
many
actual
people who live
newspaper.
in Utah now.
Oh my god. Sorry, this just reminds me of what the fuck's the thing when whoever reconstructed Diplodocus wrong, and well, who said it? I think it was it was Marsh. No, it was someone. Someone described it as idiotic and whatever I don't remember what it is. I need to find it. But there's a reconstruction of Diplodocus where it
That
looks like a lizard.
that might be in here.
Oh, it is. Yes. Sorry.
But the funny thing is, was most grotesque animal, for the time, this is actually a really good representation of Stegosaurus. Like,
Yeah,
it's inaccurate nowadays, but for the late 1800s when this was made, this is actually really good.
I will
For the
ask, why
late
does it have five
1800s, the
legs?
shading on it is fantastic, honestly. Like the way,
Why
like,
does it have five legs?
I mean, it might be a it's a pillar. This I think this is a
Okay,
picture of a sculpture.
I thought so. Okay.
okay. Oh, that makes more sense. I just thought they drew five legs because they're an idiot.
It also has at least 4 pairs of spikes.
It does, yes. It also has way too many, not enough plates, but
Yeah, but I mean, for a simple sculpture, it's not bad.
it's not
I
bad at
had
all.
to include this for the text mostly.
Yes.
Yeah,
Um, like Dom and I talked about how sometimes paleo art pieces have great titles.
you also do this.
Most grotesque animal, I think, is a
Yep.
pretty great title.
The other thing that will happen often is, um, paleontologists tend to either love or hate the things they're working on. So we tend to just describe the things we're working on. Either I love this thing or this is the worst thing on the planet. I hate it so much.
It's usually both.
Yeah.
Speaking from experience, it's usually both.
Uh,
Like there is no dinosaur I hate more than Sauropelta, but I still kind of like them.
What? What's the story here? What's the tea?
I actually haven't heard.
I have I have sat on at least 5 of their spikes, not realizing they were there.
Nope.
It
Yeah,
is
that do
not
it.
fun to have a 6-inch long piercing rock stab you in the ass when you're
Nope.
tired in the field.
Not my kink.
They're also usually embedded in some of the toughest, most annoying rock to work with for some reason.
Really? Interesting. Okay. So it's pain. Gotcha.
It's just a pain in every dimension.
In every dimension, yes, yes.
But they're still a dinosaur, I guess. But anyway, from one grotesque animal to another. Dom, have you ever heard of the gliding Stegosaurus?
What?
Yes, I have. It's stupid.
So, for some reason, some people proposed the idea when they saw Stegosaurus with its plates that they acted like an airfoil, enabling it to glide. This 30-foot long, 5-ton animal was obviously a gliding machine that could perch on a rock.
Like a sugar glider?
Yes. And
Actually,
my favorite factoid about this particular reconstruction is that it is featured in one of the Tarzan books. When Tarzan goes into the Hollow Earth.
that's not something I expected from Tarzan.
So first, be careful if you want to read the old Tarzan books. They are insanely racist,
Oh,
but there's some really weird, interesting stuff in there. Like a gliding Stegosaurus.
Okay. Okay.
I
How
I
I found a picture that I want to show you, and I don't know how to put it on here, but I'll figure it
Oh
out
dear.
while you're showing.
You can send it on Discord and I can bring it up.
I'll do that. I'm sure.
Otherwise, there's a share screen button in your kind of toolbar under the video window.
I gotcha.
You can have the contents of.
Dom, I think some video on your end keeps playing.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, just sorry. That was me unmuting and muting. I got a call. That's why. The call was just ending.
Also, I have finished my first beer, so I am on to my. I guess this one's not Clamato, this is Chelada.
Mm-hmm.
Yep,
It's
Hopefully
a
it's
goal.
tasty.
Next one.
Well, Jess said something she wanted to show us.
Yep.
Oh, yes.
I'm sending it now.
Oh! That's
Special.
something.
Yeah, I've seen
I've never
that.
seen this before.
Yeah, I have.
Aeolosaurus.
That's a real ankylosaur from the Jurassic.
That's not an ankylosaur, that's a titanosaur.
Oh, you're right, it is, yeah.
What the context is apparently is that it's a book where you have to say, is this a real dinosaur or not?
Well,
It's
both of the
up-
dinosaurs not on here are real, so.
Aeolosaurus is real. That's just not,
not-
anywhere near what it
Not
looks like.
that depiction is.
Really? Then I have no idea. That's what I was told when I had downloaded it.
Because
and I thought it was
Aeolosaurus
very
is a
interesting.
titanosaur. Yes.
Oh.
It's not an ankylosaur, nor did it glide. We would not have been able to find gliding impressions of wings. We haven't ever found that on a dinosaur.
No.
Do you have any idea when this image is from? Like what year?
It's probably 2000, probably not 80s or 90s.
Because
Yeah,
the real
pre-2000
Aeolosaurus.
probably.
Okay, well, the real Aeolosaurus was named in 87. So I wonder if this fake one was named,
Oh,
and
right.
then someone actually named a real thing Aeolosaurus.
Okay, so she is right. It is. I have found the full image.
Oh.
Okay.
The other dinosaurs on the list are real.
Okay.
I sent you the image.
Oh, the reconstructions are fake?
I think the reconstruction of Aeolosaurus is fake. I think that's the
gotcha.
point.
I gotcha.
I think that's
This
the
does
point
not
of the book.
depict an Aeolosaur. I got okay.
Wait, that's weird because there are 3 real ones on here.
Well, that's what I'm saying. It's true or false. I think the bottom 2 are meant to be false.
Oh.
The first 3 are true. True.
Okay, that's kind of interesting. Oh, weird. I
And
kind
Aeolosaurus
of
is meant
like
to
it, but
trick
that's
you.
weird.
Because Aeolosaurus is a real name. And if you're like a kid who's 5, you're like, I heard of a Aeolosaurus, that must be real. And you're like, it's false. Because you
Right.
get context clues.
Oh. Well. I think we're ready for less disturbing
Yes.
things.
Yes.
Well, that's not less
That's
disturbing.
not less disturbing. Doc. Come
That's worse,
on.
actually. Please tell me you have the quote of what this thing is, because I can't remember it.
I never knew there was a quote.
Well,
Where do we have access to Mr. Scott Johnston? Give me 2 seconds. Where is it? Is it between teasers?
Um, see, I don't know. Um, but with that said, quite the interesting illustration, no?
Oh, it's
it
awful. I'm trying to find it.
it looks almost like one of those things where you have to wind it up and the legs move like this so that it moves across the table appropriately to play the game. It's creepy.
Yeah, but this is Diplodocus.
Mm-hmm.
Um, and for some reason, even though it's when you look at a dinosaur skeleton, it's pretty easy to tell they could not move like this,
Yeah.
like at all.
Where is it? Where is it? Where is it?
Um, for some reason, Heinrich Harder, among others, decided to illustrate Diplodocus like this. For reference, folks, this was a 15 to 20 ton, 60 to 80 foot long animal. It attempting to move like this would break all of its limb joints.
Yes.
Um, and and at least in modern days, one of the first things you learn about dinosaurs is that they walk with their legs directly underneath the body. But that's not a modern piece of knowledge. That has been known since Richard Owen coined the term dinosaur.
I have a question.
I'm trying to see if I can find it. Oh,
Go ahead,
Carnegie.
Jess.
Um,
So the front two legs, at least that we can see, are both bent in an opposing direction. Are they saying that a sauropod could bend its legs or
that is
its
exactly what they're
arms?
saying. It was a lizard. Yes.
What?
Yes.
Okay. Okay.
This should not look right,
Okay.
because it's not in any way, shape, or form. It's just it's just one of those things where sometimes you find really interesting things in old paleo art. And by interesting, I mean incredibly cursed.
No, there's an amazing quote. There's an amazing quote, and I can't find it. I'm so angry. Also, why am I so dark? Wait,
I could not tell you.
I don't know. I
Looking that
became
up.
very dark. Um, where the? There's an
Go
amazing
ahead,
quote
Jess.
of
Mm, that was it. Sorry.
Carnegie wrote a rebuttal paper to this exact thing, and he described it as one of the greatest things I've ever heard. Um, I'm trying to see if I can find it.
Oh, while you're looking, Jess, were you about to say something?
If I was, I don't remember what it was, but I don't think I was. I think I had
Shit.
finished with the. It just reminds me of a game. There was like these little Frankenstein monsters you had to get from one side of the board to the other side of the board, and you had to wind them up and hope they didn't walk off the board and would walk in a more appropriate direction. And
Okay.
this would not walk in an appropriate direction. Is what I'm getting
No.
at, I suppose. Yes, that's all.
Fa- fair enough. And yeah, no, this thing would hurt just to live. This is a being of pain.
Yes, this poor creature.
Well, any luck finding the quote Dom, or are we okay to continue?
We can continue. I'm going to ask a certain Discord to find it for me because they will find it.
Gotcha.
All right. Then next up, we're on from old cursed art to
Cool
actually
art.
some pretty cool art that I have a
That is
personal
cool.
connection to. So I believe this is a Daspletosaurus and a herd of Maiasaura in a forest by John Gurchi, and I hope I'm saying that right. And this is a painting that I have a special connection to because when I was a little kid, I had a puzzle of this exact painting. But when I got the puzzle, I didn't see the huge tyrannosaur hiding in the background. So as I put the puzzle together, suddenly its face appeared, and it scared me.
I can see that it's very like optical illusion looking for sure.
It, it's pretty well hidden, and I don't know. I've loved this piece ever since, and up until a couple months ago, I had no idea who made it or when. I had no idea where it was from or if it was just some weird thing I misremembered. But no, it's a real piece of paleo art,
I'm glad.
and it's still one of my favorites because of that memory.
That's fantastic.
Back hello.
And as for the dinosaurs in here, actually, this might be a T Rex, just going by the size, but this little one is Maiasaura, which we
It might
mentioned how. Oh, go ahead.
it might be Gorgosaurus or like Daspletosaurus.
It feels way too big for those. It should be about the same size as the Maiasaura if it is.
It's too big even for T Rex. So
Yeah, I guess. But at any rate, Maiasaura is very important because, as Dom mentioned earlier, uh, I and I believe he's right. Maiasaura was the first examples of dinosaur embryos we ever found, like ever found preserved. So, kind of like Protoceratops earlier in this presentation, it's just really important and a really kind of cool animal.
That is really cool. I love
And
that.
and whatever Tyrannosaur is in the background, I mean, Jesus, that's imposing.
yeah, it's horrifying. It's a good piece of art.
Yes, definitely.
Yeah, I have no idea how it got that close without sounding any alarms, but it's a
It
neat
has
piece.
silent feet. Silent padded feet. Doc.
Yeah.
Silent night, deadly night.
Oh god,
Uh,
this is a good one.
yeah,
I
was
saw
this
that
the
in
piece
my
you were
looking
referring to
actually.
earlier, Dom?
No, this is not Cloud Gods.
Oh, Cloud Gods, that was it. I can
Yes,
show Cloud Gods after this.
that's fine.
Okay.
That was my favorite piece of paleo art.
But this piece of paleo art, I don't remember if it's based on or if it inspired the rotunda at the American Museum of Natural History, but it at least resembles a very famous little rotunda by or at the American Museum of Natural History that depicts an adult Barosaurus rearing up against an Allosaurus to defend its baby, which I believe now is considered a different species than it.
Probably.
Fair.
Um, Also, there it is. There's the piece you were talking about by John Conway.
Yes, Conway. So, this
Go
actually
ahead.
isn't the original piece. This is the piece I have. But the original piece is because there's two pieces of Cloud Gods. Let me send you the other one.
I'll look for it if you want to talk about this one.
Yeah. So Cloud Gods is my favorite piece of paleo art by far. J- uh,
Oh
um, yeah, it's so. Actually, maybe I'm wrong. I might be wrong. That is the original piece. I'm just wrong. I
no,
thought there
Um,
was
that's
another one.
beautiful.
Yeah, no. His favorite piece of paleo art in the world. And the reason for that is one, it's beautiful, but two is the reasoning behind it. While John White Conway was making this piece, he wanted the entire point was have a sauropod and tornado storms in the background. But he noticed as he kept making the Brontosaurus smaller, they looked bigger. Because the idea behind it was that you're looking this massive force of nature, and yet you can still see the sauropods. The smaller he made them, the bigger they looked because you could still see them. It didn't matter how big everything else around it was. You could still see the sauropod. It is such a cool piece of paleo art. It's my favorite piece of paleo art in the world. So, and also John Conway is my favorite paleo artist of all time. So it helps.
um, I So I could be wrong, but there seems to be a similar piece by Douglas Henderson,
Maybe
which
that's what it
I'm
is.
having trouble finding a good quality image. But is this what you're thinking of?
Maybe. I think John Conway has a second version of that one, but I can't find it because I've seen a second version of it somewhere before. But it also might be a reference to that. So
That's
yeah,
fair.
I adore this piece of paleo art. Oh, I by the way, I found what the Diplodocus is.
Oh, the quote.
Um, yeah, it was described as physically and mentally bad. That that is what a actual scientist wrote in an actual scientific paper about that reconstruction. This is physically and mentally bad.
I I mean, point out the lie.
Yeah, but
Um, oh, and speaking of Doug Henderson for a second, I also found this piece by him, and that's pretty neat.
that's
Oh, that's
pretty.
beautiful. I love that.
That's
I love
pretty.
when artists play with stuff like this,
Yeah.
like just
It's very
views you
pretty.
never see. Which is also kind of part of what this is.
Yeah.
I a lot of people bring this up. I love how the Barosaurus's head and neck is just completely in shadow, like it's
Yeah.
that far away from the camera.
It's the same idea as cloud gods. It's these things were so big, the way you can draw them in a way that doesn't make sense, and it gives them more scale. Because this thing is so big that not even the light of the sun can illuminate all of it.
Yeah.
Paleo art's cool. Art's cool. I wish I was better at it.
Same. I wouldn't have to be a.
Speaking of,
I
oh,
could
go ahead.
I could make money not being a paleontologist if I was good at art. I could just be a paleo artist and make more money.
Or you could pull a Bob Barker and be a paleontologist and a paleo artist.
That's true. Bob is an insane person.
And
He's
and
also
some of his stuff is in here. I don't remember if it's next,
Isn't
but
he
it's in
also
here.
a trained preparator too?
I mean, that would not surprise me. I know he's
Yes.
also an ordained minister.
He is also a minister. Yes, he's an insane person. I love him so much. Yeah.
It's
Bakker's
pretty neat.
great.
Uh,
Todd Marshall.
Speaking of great artists, this next segment. Uh, so in the past kind of series of images, we've gone from late 1800s, mid or kind of late 1900s, and now we're in the early 2000s. So, especially for people of Dom and me's generation, which I don't know how many people in the audience are of our generation, you're going to be seeing some familiar images that you might have seen while googling dinosaur art in middle school.
It's probably the most famous Caprasuchus paleo art of all time. Sadly, it's wrong now, but
Yeah,
The pose
uh,
is absolutely fantastic as well.
it's hand drawn, which is the most insane thing about it.
Like with pencils
Yeah,
or with charcoal.
yeah. I don't remember if it's pencil or charcoal, but yeah, it's hand drawn.
well, I didn't know that, but that doesn't surprise
Yeah.
me too much. Uh, Todd Marshall, like I said, especially in the early 2000s, did a ton of really stellar paleo art for official publications and just as a hobby, I guess. But a lot of
Yeah.
fantastic stuff that kids in Dom and me's generation grew up with.
And this image of Caprasuchus is part of the reason why it's so popular in our generation.
Yeah, like this thing just looks like it could and would chase you down.
Yes,
And
sadly
especially
it can't, but
Sorry, were you about to ask a question there?
no, I said and looks like it is about to do so.
yeah,
Yeah. But yeah,
Borkrock.
Yeah, the boar croc. Because they're fangs. But
Mhm.
Todd Marshall did a lot of other really neat pieces.
Yeah,
His
Oh,
Spinosaurus and other large theropods in particular were very prominent in AMVs. Uh, Jess, did you ever
Yes.
look up AMVs when you were younger?
Dinosaur AMVs
What?
are
What is? Please explain.
so. AMVs are what they're called animated music videos. Technically, I think that's what they're referred to. What they
Yeah.
actually are is they're nerds who just make a slideshow of a thing they like, and then put like the most 2000s music you've ever heard over top of it. And there was a subsection of this in the paleo community. You can look this up. There will just be like a 4-minute video of pictures of T Rex with like, what's a good example of a song in the background?
I mean, the most infamous one is Monster by Skillet. But
Launch by
any
Skillet,
Disturbed
that one.
song, Five Finger Death Punch.
Yeah.
Really? It's just comes in
Oh
my
yeah.
Actually,
TikTok feed.
one of these AMVs became viral. The Anomalocaris one became viral.
Okay, but it's
Really?
Anomalous
Because
Chorus, and that's badass.
well, became because it was before Anomalocaris was known to the wider public. So this video would just appear in people's recommended, be like, "What the hell is this weird shrimp?" And it would just plays like I think it's Monster in the background. And just slideshows of basically 5 images because Anomalocaris had like three reconstructions at the time. It's an insane. The only reason I know this because I randomly played it for one of my. I was playing it in the background with my friends, and I hear one of my friends like three of them go, "Is that the Anomalocaris AMV?" I remember seeing that when I was like 12. And I was like, "What? What do you mean you remember seeing that?"
This is a paleontology thing. Nobody knows about it.
Exactly.
I I feel very old right now. I have to say, I feel so old right now.
I I think
Yeah.
this was a very early mid 2000s kid thing.
Yeah, especially in 2010s, when like Monsters Resurrected was coming out. I remember, and Primeval was in its heyday.
Okay.
Yeah. Like I want to say 2008 to 2013 probably.
Yeah. Yes,
I'm.
exactly.
What did you guys see that show Terra Nova?
Yeah, no,
I did.
Yeah. All right.
bad.
I need to
I,
rewatch
I
that.
wish it wasn't because it's cool, but it's bad.
It is bad.
I
It's bad
I
in a
I
fun
never
way,
got to
though.
see enough to form an opinion. I only saw like isolated episodes.
Oh
There's
no.
8, so
Hell yeah. I think I've seen 3 of them ever.
it sadly has like the budget. It has a super high budget for no reason, and they wasted so much money on it. And it ends off on a cliffhanger with them discovering that the
Yes.
Vikings traveled back to the
There's
Cretaceous
a boat.
period.
Yep.
Yeah,
I'm
the
sorry, what?
Vikings. They find a stranded Viking boat in the
Oh,
middle of nowhere in the Cretaceous period. 'Cause the entire plot of Terra Nova is they destroyed Earth. So what if we
yes.
send people to the Cretaceous so that we can make farmland? And then they learn that the leader of Terra Nova is like, I think that the government from the Earth place is actually trying to take this land, and we should cultivate this land to be safe and nice. He's so cool. He's played by the same actor as the villain from what the fuck is that? Avatar, the blue people one. Same person, which is insane. Um, we learned that there's like it's like Hunger Games where there's like 8 different like a Monster Hunter was like fleets that come in. So there's first wave, second wave, third, all the way up to eighth wave, and then there's the sixth wave, which were all like evil people that put in by the government, and they were all kicked out. But the plot of Terra Nova is fucking insane.
Yeah. Yeah.
This is
It
the
is.
thing I
Kind of
would
sounds
love.
like it.
I would love to have you react to and have a
Yeah.
recording
Can
of
we
it.
do a watch party of Terra Nova now?
I
Not now,
It-
but like
that would
now
be
that we have
insane, but
thought of it.
yes.
mean, if you
Yes.
want to watch the first episode after this, I haven't seen it in like a
Megalania's in it.
decade. What?
Megalania's in it. Megalania and Spinosaurus and
They're in
Carnivore.
it?
Yes.
I knew Carnotaurus and I thought there was like a raptor thing, but Spinosaurus and Megalania?
Okay, so it's not actually Spinosaurus. It's called Empirosaurus because the idea is that they went to late South America and they and one of the things there was a Spinosaur that looked exactly like Spinosaurus, and they call it Empyrosaurus. There's also a raptor thing called a slasher that doesn't actually have a toe claw. It instead has a blade on its tail that it slashes you with, and they dance.
Okay, so we're watching that after this.
Yeah. Yes.
And Megalania is also there for some reason.
Okay,
They just call it Komodo.
okay, but how did the Vikings get there? I thought they had to invent time travel technology.
See, that's what we thought.
Oh, oh.
Yeah. Oh,
I'm just
There
gonna.
is no
I'm gonna click the
more.
next thing, and I'm gonna take a few long drinks. Okay.
Yeah.
Oh, no, we're not done with this yet. You have to learn how the main character gets there. So the main characters, so the rules of the old world of Earth, where you're only allowed to have up to 2 children, but the guy and the wife love each other so much that they have a third child that they hide in the vents whenever they get inspected by the police. But they real the lady, the wife, gets chosen, and with her family, because it's like a lottery system, she's a doctor. They're like, we need doctors, so you and your family
Wait,
have to
doesn't
go.
the third kid get left behind or something?
No, what they do is they hide the third kid in someone else's house, and the dad, who's in prison for having a third kid, breaks out of prison the day that the mother and the oldest two are going, and he runs
Wait,
in and breaks their child daughter out of child prison where she's locked up, and then he sneaks in, and then when he gets there, the leader's like, huh, you got in, I like you, I'm gonna make you part of the military and eventually my second in command because I like your determination.
but but
We
how did they
don't
get in
need the video.
trouble if
We
they
have
always hid?
Dominic.
How did they get in? How did he get in trouble if they always hid the third one?
That's what I
Because
was wondering.
one time when they broke in, the child wanted an orange, started crying for an orange.
You're shitting me.
I remember
You're
way too
not
much.
kidding.
I remember way too much of the show.
I I never realized you were this much of a fan of Terra Nova.
Ban
I
is
have
the
learned
wrong
so
word. The
much.
show is insane.
I don't know if I should apologize for bringing it up or what.
I'm not sure
So
either.
the
I
show
don't
drives
know.
me
I don't
so-
know.
Oh, actually, there's more to
Dom,
say.
do you want to talk about this illustration while I down this beer and open another one?
Maybe.
Bakker's a good artist. We were talking about him earlier. This is Deinonychus. It's shown running because Bakker said that dinosaurs were not sluggish. It's good, and Bakker's a great person. We were talking about him earlier.
Maybe.
Also in Terra Nova, the leader guy's son is actually tied to the evil death government, and to spite his father, he ends up like carving up a map or a way to build a second time machine into the rocks of a waterfall.
Have y'all seen Dinotopia?
Yes.
That's a lot less to talk about. Sorry, I
I
Terra
was just
Nova.
trying to level it out a bit. Bye,
Dinotopia is cool.
Ollie. Thank you for coming, Ollie. It was great to have you.
Have a good night.
Anyways, and everything else about Terra Nova, I'm going to keep a secret because you need to learn more. There's more you need to learn about Terra Nova when we are doing a watch party of this. I hope you understand.
I
This is a thing you should watch. By the way, you could do a drinking game to Terra Nova and it'd be great. Where it's just take a drink whenever something that doesn't make sense or is insane happens. You get drunk by the second you get plastered, knockout by the second episode. Actually, the first.
okay, fine. Okay, Dom, after this stream, go get your vodka. Okay.
Not after this stream. Not after this stream. I'm doing stuff with friends after this in the future. If you guys don't mind.
Okay.
Okay.
Yeah.
Anyway, I wanted to include Deinonychus here as a sort of bridge. Because we've kind of been in an old paleo art section now, and I thought, hey, what's a good way to transition to more modern paleo art? How about the icon of the dinosaur renaissance and my personal favorite dinosaur.
Yay.
Because a lot of the changes to dinosaurs that started in the 80s and 90s and continue today were sparked by the discovery and description of Deinonychus. Like Dom said, it was described as a, well, one, warm blooded, fast paced, agile predator. Three things that nobody thought any dinosaurs were at the time. And of course, we think of dinosaurs now, and that's basically common knowledge. But 40 or 50 years ago, it definitely wasn't. And other than some of the first dinosaurs ever, there aren't many dinos that have seen as many substantial revisions as Deinonychus has. So it sort of makes a good ambassador for that period in time. And yeah, we have this original 69 illustration by Bacher, which has been very much usurped in the
Oh, that's
modern day.
amazing.
I like
That's
that.
really
Yeah,
good.
this is by an artist I just discovered today, Riccio Raids Again. They do a lot of really good stuff.
Right on.
But we're not going to jump straight to this. We're going to kind of build up through the ages. So keep this 1969 Deinonychus in mind.
I do have one more Terra Nova fun fact that the first season costed $30 million to make for some reason.
I'm sorry, what?
The pilot episode costed 14 million, and every other episode costed 4 million to make.
Oh my god.
Why? Did they get like a huge actor who was $10 million of budget for the first episode?
No, it's because of the sets and the
Sets,
graph.
they had more sets at that point, right?
You spend $10 million in set for a $40 TV pilot.
No, but because they start in space, there's a whole different.
They start in space? I don't remember that.
Oh no, Mars. They were on not Earth. Something like that. They made an entire CGI, like the first 20 minutes of the pilot episode, the entire CGI like evil, like dead, polluted planet, and also like the CGI of all the dinosaurs. They made an entire like city as well, like built city. They walk through it in the first episode, the entirety of the set.
Okay, I guess.
But at some point, I am holding you, Doc, and if you want to join Jess, we should get Gojira for this. Anyways, as many people as possible, I need more people to understand the chaos that is Terra Nova. And the entire thing surrounding what it is.
Do we want to do that on Saturday?
I'm free Saturday.
I'm free for that. I don't think we can stream that, though.
No, we can't, but we can have an amazing time.
Definitely not stream, but I can easily buy more alcohol for that. Definitely. I'm not doing anything on Saturday.
That's workable.
Okay.
It's 13 episodes, by the way. Double check. It's not 8. It's 13.
It's 13.
Really?
Okay. Thank you, Dominic.
Yeah, it is 13. It was canceled because the show was rated bad and it was as expensive as a movie to make.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that would do it.
Anyways.
Anyway, why... Computer, please. Wild reconstruction look like? Because start with bones. We started with bones, and at this time, we didn't have many complete dromaeosaurs. Because, weirdly enough, as it turns out, when you're basically a bird that lives on the ground, it's hard to get your fossils to preserve well. So, even though with Deinonychus, our first discovery was a whole pack of them, we didn't have the complete skeleton. And so you got original reconstructions looking like Bacher's that look kinda weird. Like, it's moving in a more modern way, it's acting in a more modern way, but it still looks like basically the other dinosaur reconstructions from the time, just moving in a new way. But then as time went on, we started finding evidence of how they would have looked in life, and we discovered that they were a little different. Uh, like, for example, in the 80s, this was partly due to new discoveries. We found things like, well, not Dromaeosaurus, but more complete raptors. We found a complete velociraptor, among others, and we started to get at least a more anatomically accurate, at least skeletally accurate version of Deinonychus. This is from, I don't remember which book this is, um, but it's illustrated by Sibbick. I think it was John Sibbick. I could be
I
wrong.
like that.
Yeah, it's pretty cool. And the Deinonychus here are shown hunting a Tenontosaurus, their apparently favorite prey item of all time,
Oh.
at least going by fossil evidence. I'm just going to take a couple drinks because a few images.
Sorry, the cool paleo art. I was reading, reminding myself more about Terra Nova because you got
Of
me on
course you
this.
were. Yes.
Yeah.
Okay, every time you bring it up, I'm going to take a drink, so keep that in
Yep.
mind.
It's fine by me. I learned that Commander Taylor, which is the leader guy, he actually came in. He was the first person there. It was just him. He was the only one when they first went to the Cretaceous, and he survived there for 118 days and built an entire shelter. He's the only good character in the entire show.
Okay.
Some of
He's
it has
played
a
by,
bit of crossover story wise, like nothing related to it in any way. But there's a show called The 100 that steals a lot from them.
yes, yeah. It's also very Stargatey.
Yes.
I've never heard of this.
Ah,
The 100 is a show that exists as well.
it is also a
Oh,
show that
is that
exists.
all?
Yes.
Yeah, that's all I can. It's definitely not about 100 teens who are trapped in space and land on Earth, and it's basically just the plot of After Earth.
That and like they weren't allowed to have multiple kids, and wasn't one of them like an additional kid or something like that?
Yes,
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. In
in the first
Okay.
episode,
space.
you see a girl get eaten by a giant snake.
I don't remember that.
Yeah,
Okay.
Damn. I gotta rewatch
my
it.
memory is really good. It's a curse.
Okay. Um,
Good
then in
fossil.
the 90s, we found Sinornithosaurus.
This is a fossil I trying to get tattooed.
I don't
Really?
blame you for that. It's a really cool fossil.
This
This
is
or
a cool
Microraptor,
fossil.
probably
Oh,
Microraptor. But
well, see, the tattoo I want, I know what my first tattoo is gonna be. I just need to find a good artist and the money for it. Is a Deinonychus skeleton in the pose of the Berlin Archaeopteryx.
that's hard as
Ooh.
shit. I'm just gonna get the Microraptor because I like the way the Microraptor looks. Um, Primitive war is not a thing that I should start talking about.
Well, wait, Microraptor or well, Archaeoraptor? Dom,
Microraptor.
Akira.
are you sure you
Ollie
don't want
has a question.
Archaeoraptor?
Why
Yes.
is my
Ollie wants to know if you have seen the trailer for Primitive War.
Nope.
it looks like a movie. I don't know if it will be good or
Why?
not. I hope it will be entertaining.
Okay. I have not seen this trailer. I will
We
watch it after the show.
The entire
Dom
premise
and
of primitive war, if what if
okay.
Vietnam but dinosaurs?
Vietnam, but dinosaurs.
Yeah, what
Yeah.
if a bunch of U.S. soldiers in Vietnam were in Vietnam and then in the Vietnamese jungle were attacked by dinosaurs? That's it.
Then
That's the
MASH
entire
has a
plot.
whole different theme song.
So basically, the 2000s King Kong or
Oh my
2010's
gosh.
King Kong. Well,
Yes.
both, I guess.
Yes. Yeah. There's a Spinosaurus in the trailer. Looks pretty good. All the
Oh,
raptors are like fully feathered, too.
oh, that's good.
Yeah. No.
Uh,
A lot of paleo meat this year.
yeah,
I'm now
though
getting more
I
drunk.
think I think Dom and I are both kind of jaded because of the new Walking with Dinosaurs, though.
I no
Oh.
longer care. Prehistoric Planet Ice Age. I no longer care about anything Walking with. Prehistoric Planet Ice Age has made me so happy.
I want to see a full trailer.
It doesn't need a full trailer. It looks better. It just looks real. I don't care. Prehistoric Planet was good. It's made by the same people. Darren
Yeah,
Nation
you're
there.
right.
Darren Nation
And,
can literally do no wrong.
and Frame Store.
Exactly.
It's funny, Darren Naish is in this presentation.
He should be. He's like the paleontologist of our generation.
One of them, yeah. So he is in here discussing referencing a particular paleo artist who we'll get to eventually. This animal, Sinornithosaurus, one of the first definitive not bird dinosaurs to be found with
With feathers.
feathers.
Very
And
pretty.
not just feathers, a full coating of feathers.
And color. Colors in it.
Well,
But-
I think they're colored because of iron staining on the rocks. That's not original color.
Well, no, Basianothosaurus, we found the color in it when we looked into it. We know the real color of this animal. Like Sinosauropteryx. It's both.
I thought that was Kai Hong and Zhenwanlong.
It's
And Sinosauropteryx.
I'm on 90% sure it's also Microraptor and Sinornithosaurus. I know it's also
Right.
Microraptor, but
Are you sure you're not confusing it with Sinosauropteryx?
I swear it was all 5 of them though,
Huh? I mean, maybe.
because I know we have Microraptor
Yes.
because it's a crow.
We have multiple Microraptors.
Raven. Yeah, it's a new bird. Anyways, we should continue because I said I wasn't
Yeah.
going to be here the entire time, and I probably am now because I'm having too much fun. So.
Yay.
Sorry, did you have something you wanted to say, Jess?
Well, now I want to say thank you so much for coming, Dominic. We really appreciate it.
No problem. You can. The best part is that you won't be thanking me on Saturday. You will regret this decision, which is my goal.
I've seen Terra Nova, though. I brought it up.
I don't think you remember it, though.
I don't. It has been many, many years since I have watched
I don't
it,
think
so.
you understand what this show is.
Well,
I
Dom,
look
I'm curious
forward.
if you're... Dom, I'm curious if you remember the next image, because the next image was in basically every dino book I had as a kid.
Let's see if I remember this. Ugh, I do remember this. I didn't have this book. Okay. I know where this book is from. I used to go to zoo camp at my local zoo where it was a bunch of kids who went behind the scenes in the zoo to learn how to be zookeepers. Very cool. And they had a books frame. And they had there's a bunch of books like this.
Mhm.
There's this was dinosaurs. There's one for like shells and stuff. I hated this image. This image disgusts me. Why is it so far back? It looks like it's gonna rip its toe off.
See, the reason why I chose to include this image was because somewhere in here it says this is Velociraptor, but in the book I had as a kid, this was labeled as Deinonychus.
Yeah, I can see that.
Okay, yeah.
Like, it's just a generic dromaeosaur, I guess.
Yeah, its fingers are so long.
Well, that's accurate.
I'm aware
it just doesn't have wings.
They don't have.
It looks like Baba Yaga for frick's sake.
It does. It really does. They also made its feet yellow like a chicken, which isn't helping.
That does,
No.
yeah. That's adding to it for sure.
And this is
Also,
here to exemplify early 2000s dromaeosaurs.
Shrink
Give
wrapping.
it a
Look at that
house.
pelvic bone.
Oh, yeah.
Look at the shrink wrapping. That's actually insane. Like the pelvic. Oh, Christ. You're making me drink. I hope you understand. I've actually got out the.
You made me drink with the show I shall not name.
Don't worry, I'll make you drink more. My goal.
Anyway, thanks to some spectacular fossils, we stopped making cursed chickens. And we got,
Did we know? Ah, pretty.
well,
Ooh.
not as cursed chickens.
I say all dromaeosaurs are cursed chickens, but that's me as a person who owns chickens. So
I mean, you're not entirely wrong. And this one is eating a
uh,
lizard, like I imagine many chickens do.
yeah, one ate a frog whole. I didn't know frogs could scream. That's my favorite quote from my mom. My mom watched it happen, and she called me while I was at work. And the first sentence is, she said to me, "I didn't know frogs could scream."
Oh, it's glorious.
Mhm.
And from
What does a
here,
frog screaming sound like?
Apparently horrifying.
Well, I got that impression as well. Yes.
Um,
insert the moaning frog meme here.
what's the way she described it was nail like the actual sound of nails on a chalkboard, but more organic.
Organic.
Ugh,
Okay. Okay.
like squishy.
Was it moist?
Yeah, moist. Yeah, like that. Yeah,
I
that's an awful
okay then.
notion.
Is that the noise this lizard is making,
Sure, why not?
or is it not frog enough?
My brain has gone to mush because someone said Terra Nova, and I'm recovering slowly.
I. Anyway, we have one more stop before we get to some actually pretty cool modern paleo art. Sometimes we see things that aren't there. And this is just for the audience. If you ever look up anything about a dinosaur or any other extinct animal, and you see information from the sites Reptile Evolution or the Pterosaur Heresies, do not trust it.
Oh my
They're
god.
wrong.
Well, one man in particular is wrong.
Yes.
Yes,
Man. One man does it all.
that's
David Peters.
paleontology.
Before we show you his full ideas, here's a
Oh my god.
taste. David Peters was a very good paleo artist in the 90s and early 2000s. And then he started seeing things in the fossils and thinking he knew better than every paleontologist on Earth.
Correct.
Case in point, in this little skeleton here, he apparently sees an entire set of bones that doesn't exist stretching across the length of the animal, another hidden
Yep.
under its other wing that he interpreted as giant extra wings coming off of the feet.
Yeah.
I am not joking.
Yeah, he did this.
Oh my gosh.
He also saw lots of strange feathers that weren't there,
And made it a
and,
vampire for some reason.
and interpreted that a pterosaur was bipedal, which is
Wait,
not
yeah.
correct.
No, it isn't.
And then, because the original crushed skull has two little fangs at the front that are preserved, he said it must be a vampire.
Well, it must be, obviously.
Yes.
Th-
Yes.
These images are taken from his blog. He made this.
The pterosaur heresies are the insane ramblings of a madman.
Would
They
now be a
really
good
are.
time to show the thing that I sent you.
Which one? You sent a lot of things.
Hanna-Barbera.
Ooh.
Oh, the Hanna-Barbera one. If my computer will let me, I'll pull it up. I don't think those noises are copyrighted.
Whatever.
Yeah, I guess it is your channel.
Yeah.
I gotta do a thing. Our faces are gonna be big for a second, be very afraid, or not. Yeah, here are his animated illustrations.
Yeah. Yeah. Oh. This is an amazing video. It's an amazing
I'm
video.
big.
Uh,
Where was
oh no.
the presentation? Here, I gotta share the presentation again. Doop. There it is.
There we go.
Oh,
There we go.
yeah.
Yeah, Dave Peters has had some interesting ideas.
Very
Interesting is a
true.
word.
Interesting is a word. And
Is
uh
there
for
sorry
okay.
to interrupt. Is there I'm a little drunk at the moment. So is there an animal called a homotherium
Yes.
Yes.
that he drew with a massive freaking jaw because he thought
Oh,
that it
yes!
was
That's the image I
pigment?
sent you! He drew the Homotherium with where Homotherium has its sabers covered and has massive jowls and not jowls, but a
Yes.
massively long chin. I sent
Yes.
this image to you.
I please do, because I'm not sure what you're referring to.
Like I also have that one I could
Oh wait,
send you.
it's not David Peters that drew the Homotherium. It's not. But
Who
there is a
did it?
Homotherium. You were
Who
looking
did
at it?
it?
It's someone else. But I know which one you're talking about. Because I've seen it and it's one of my favorite pieces of pale. It's in our
I mean,
group
if you're
chat somewhere, Doc.
well, if you're just talking about Homotherium with its like fangs covered, that's based on an actual paper. Like that's not crack pottery.
Well, that's what I'm saying. But I
No.
think yeah, that's really Homotherium is one of the saber-toothed cats that probably have it covered. So the fact that it has a very long face, both this way and this way, is true.
Mm-hmm.
Like that's actually based on things.
Yeah, you can pull up the Homotherium from Ice Age. From things Age. It should be the white cat. It should be Homotherium.
Okay.
I'm pretty sure Planet Ice Age. Because that's an amazing depiction.
Oh yeah, thank you for reminding me. I want to play Prehistoric Kingdom later because I haven't played it in forever and I want to see their reconstructions.
Look at
Here.
them.
Like this is basically what the actual animal looked like.
It looks like a
That's
real
not.
picture.
Yeah, I'm
That's not what you're
thinking of
thinking of?
something else. No.
Oh, are you thinking of Thylacophilus?
Maybe. Maybe.
Did David Peters draw
I,
Thylacophilus?
I wouldn't be surprised.
If you're waiting on me, feel free to continue. If I find it, I'll send it through Discord.
Actually, I was just gonna say, I'll leave this actual good piece of paleo art up. I gotta run to the bathroom real quick.
Gotcha. Bio break.
Oh, wait.
I am
I mean, you can
looking
keep
up.
talking if you
Sorry. I found Dinopedia and it mentions Thylacophilus under the David Peters section, which is insane by the way. There's a David Peters section of
Yeah, that is
Dinopedia.
insane. Yes.
Sorry, this is more insane. I'm reading through it. It's not just pterosaurs. He believes the entire animal kingdom is wrong in how we believe
Yes.
stuff are.
Yes. I will find it no matter what. No, not necessarily. If it's not in this folder, I don't
Pandas
know where
are
it is.
pandas are related to red pandas. Bats are primates. Um,
Okay, Dom, before
yeah,
you read any further, here.
yeah. There you go.
This is a hoofed primate, apparently.
Yeah, he does that.
A
Uh,
hoofed Yeah,
I'm
you
sorry,
showed
what?
me that.
no.
Yeah.
Sorry, I'm looking at this thing. What?
Yeah, I
Yeah, there
find
it is.
memes. Okay, so
There it
hear me
is.
out. I find memes and then I look them up to figure stuff out because I don't
Oh,
understand any of this.
I
I'm still
haven't seen this
learning.
one yet. I haven't seen this yet. Oh, this is awful.
Yeah. That's what I was talking about.
He thinks Homotherium's a dog is the funniest thing on the planet because it's such a feline skeleton, except its face.
It's a scimitar-toothed cat. Are you serious? Sorry, May
No,
20th, 2023. If it's on his blog, it's still there.
Oh
the reason
no.
for this, by the way, I guarantee, is because Homotherium is a big. Most big cats are not evolved for running. They're evolved for short-paced grabbing. So either wrestling play or like small sprint grab. Homotherium is like the only big cat that's evolved like a dog. So it's evolved for long distance running.
Okay.
The issue is that it
Yeah.
still looks like a cat, like to a T. It is like its legs and chest and head are a bit weird, but it is not a dog.
Yeah, that looks like a dog.
Well, that's I. Let me pull up a.
I was reading through this, by the way. He thinks frilled sharks are bony fish.
And I've just learned that I now have to send both of you like all the memes that I find.
Yes,
Yes.
please.
Okay, cool.
Oh, there it is. There it is on the Pterosaur Heresies. As soon as I searched up Homotherium, like just searching Homotherium. Okay, here's the actual article.
Don't forget convergence. We've already seen parallels for origins from what bears, whales, turtles, and tetrapods.
I'm scared to click on these links because these are links, and Okay, I'll open them in another tab. Go ahead. Keep going, Dom.
So, always competing clariums. Student attacks listener are welcome but needed for confirmation, freedom modification. Sure, bud. Continue. Homotherium, and what's the one below it?
Proteles.
Okay.
Fucks
The
Proteles.
Aardwolf.
I don't know that
An
one.
Aardwolf isn't a real canid!
I don't know.
Wait, if that's really what it is, he's referring to an Aardwolf, which, by the way, an Aardwolf is insectivorous, so
Oh.
its skeleton also doesn't make sense.
Here, wait. So in his personal phylogeny, Homotherium nests with the Aardwolf.
You know what the Aardwolf is?
No.
I have no idea.
Because it's a hyena.
Oh, sorry. Wait. Not just his personal phylogeny. The large reptile tree.
Nestled with the Aardwolf, which are both derived from Canis the wolf. Sorry, hyenas are feliforms. They're weasels. Scroll up. No, scroll up. Scroll up. No,
Oh
no.
no.
What the fuck is this?
No. So these are in his
This is
personal matrix.
This is carnivore. This is carnivoria. That's very interesting. Anyways,
Carnivores.
So I have a weird question. Well, why is the Aardwolf not in hyenas? Second question: why is Amphision in hyenas?
That's a good question. Osbornodon. I don't even know what that is. Patriofelis?
That's a
We
weasel.
might need to go over this entire
Yes.
website.
Patriofelis! I knew that was familiar. It's an oxyanid. It's not even a carnivoran. But he put it with the weasels. Wait. Saber-toothed weasels. Smilodon next to Proeul. He says Smilodon's a weasel.
Also, Macroides is under it. Same with Amphicyonodon, which Amphicyonodon is, I think, the sister genius to Amphision, if I'm remembering correctly.
At least named in reference to it. What?
How is Smilodon a weasel?
That's not he's a weasel. Sorry, I have a second question. Why is it just labeled South American? Is that just because they're from South America and he can't figure out how to fit them in his weird fan fiction tree?
But Borophagus isn't from South America.
No, it's not. No, it is not.
Borophagus is right next to the spectacled bear on this phylogeny.
I love that no hyenas are in Hyena Day. That's my
It,
favorite.
sorry. The bone crushing dog is the outgroup to the sloth bear
Well, yeah, obviously.
and the Asian sun bear.
Obviously, which are also South American. You know, Asia and South America, famously connected during some time in history. Asia and South America, famously connected continents.
I
I actually
so
think, aren't Asia and South America the only two continents that have never interacted ever?
they might have. What was the supercontinent before Pangea?
Oh, I get them all
They might
confused.
have
I don't know
then.
the difference between Laurentia and Gondwana. I couldn't
um,
tell you.
so I don't think they've connected since Pangea, because Pangea everything was connected, but they haven't
Yeah.
connected since then. So nothing.
Um,
And what are we assuming that Borophagus and the sloth bear just rafted over? The
so,
question,
sorry,
Yes.
the question.
saber-toothed weasels feet. Okay, Jesus Christ.
What is even life
Um,
like?
wait, modified to fit canid model.
There's the jaw.
Chad, Chad Wolf.
Wow.
Wait. Wait,
What?
why is paleoanalysis' video there? You need to
I have a,
tell him
I have
this.
I have a possibly stupid question. So osteology would
Yeah,
be what? Could you?
the study of
The
bones.
study of bones and the
Okay.
structure of bones.
So how with David Peters does the osteology work of the freaking jaw, because they're making it look like that's something that we should see in the bones.
I'll have you know, by the way, on these images are mirrored. The images are the exact same until you get to where he puts the wolf over it.
Mm.
Um, sorry, what was your question, Jess? I just read something that actually, I think, made my brain explode.
Oh
Which
no.
was
Do
what?
tell. Do tell.
What was your question first?
My question was basically like the would the osteology lead him to believe that, because I'm not seeing
No,
the thick bones
no.
If
that
he
he
doesn't
is
know anything
therefore
about
drawing.
osteology.
Okay,
If you
gotcha.
know nothing about,
Um,
if he hasn't
so,
ever seen a wolf or cat skeleton, maybe.
so,
Right.
so this is from a year prior. This is
Polar
apparently just
bears
all
and
of Carnivora. And so up here we have the grizzly bear
Okay.
in a
okay.
completely different family. Well, not completely unrelated to black and polar bears.
No, isn't
Um,
Arctis polar bear?
sorry, here's another bear, and here's another bear in the dog
Um,
slash wolf family, which is closer
um,
related to cats and
uh,
hyenas than bears.
put your option to Wolverine and short-faced bears, where Arctidus is with the Wolverine.
Yes, that's Arctodus, which
Arctidus
is
is
more
with the
closely related to Patriofelis and Sarcastodon than it is to any other bear.
I think my favorite thing is the fact that it's dogs and wolves, and Proteles is there. I don't know why. I also love extinct marine taxa. Wait, sorry. What's an extinct marine taxa?
Wait, Amphicyanodon.
Wait, isn't that wait?
Amphicyanodon.
No, wait. Go back to the other page. Those are the same creatures in the same thing that he listed in the other one. They're the same.
They're just completely moved around. Dom, Dom, this is an ancient marine mammal.
My favorite thing is how to get it in four spoke. Where it's a fantasy marine creature.
uh, Jesus Christ. Dom, do you want to get drunk with me and just go through the pterosaur heresies?
The live stream?
wait,
You
wait,
go
wait, wait.
no,
Goodbye,
no,
cetacea.
no. Go back. No. We're not doing this. Did he just no, actually, did he just say that DNA proves that whales don't exist? DNA tests validated that Mistacito are related to hippos.
Are they
That
saying
is
that the
true,
Pachycetus is
but that's
not a
also true for
transitional?
toothed whales.
Yes.
Are they saying that the Pachycetus is
Wait,
not a transitional species?
Wait. Toothed
Yeah.
whales arise from tenrecs.
Look at the DNA test thing. He agrees that baleen whales are related to hippos, but he's like, well, it hasn't been tested with Odontoceta against tenrecs, despite the fact that Odontoceta has been tested against hippos. Well, yeah, obviously.
This is the ancestor of toothed whales.
I don't think
That is
it's
adorable.
yeah.
I love
This is
it,
more closely related to toothed whales than toothed whales are to baleen whales, according
his
to
name
Peters.
is now George. If there's a holotype, the holotype's name is
Oh,
George.
wait, we get a phylogeny.
I'm curious where, but Andrew Sarkis is there. So it was Leptictidium and Indohyus.
Leptictus. Oh, and Leptictinium. Okay.
And Indohyus. So I have a second question.
Liptodon is on here.
It is. Are we
It
just
is.
going to ignore Arsenotherium's in there, by the way? Are we just going to ignore Ambulocetus and Pachycetus?
Oh my god.
I just brought up Pachycetus.
Oh my god. According to... Sorry, do you see this genus here, Dom? Cyclopes?
Yeah. Yeah.
Hmm.
Yeah.
What?
So by the way, I also see Giraffe on there and Elephas, which is really funny. Anyways, I do like how no extinct whales are on this list. None. There are no extinct true whales.
I mean,
Do they have
where do you
any
draw the line?
after
Because there's Pachycetus and
Ambulocetus?
Myocetus.
Oh, they do
Fully
have
aquatic.
Myocetus?
Those are whales. Myocetus
No.
is basically fully aquatic.
Okay, so it's only Myocetus, but there's no, there's nothing that like Bacillus auridae just doesn't exist. I guess. For example.
Wait, sorry, Paramylodon is over here. Okay, that's a ground sloth.
Sure.
John
Calicotherium's at the bottom.
Jucetus might be extinct.
Yeah, but
John Jucetus is a toothed whale.
Yes, this is correct.
Well, sorry, a toothed baleen whale. It's one of the early weird ones.
Calicotherium's on there as well. The fuck is that image? Sorry, what? That's using John Jucetus. That's saying that
That's
guys,
John
look,
Jucetus.
the hands look similar. That's what that is.
This is Paleoparadoxia, which I think that's one of those weird ungulate things we don't know what they are.
Isn't it a calicothere?
It's not a calicothere. It's a desmostylian.
Oh, okay. We know what those are.
The fucking weird things we have no idea what they are.
But scroll up. It just said toothed whales have echolocation because of tenrecs.
What? Tenrecs hunt by echolocation.
They do.
1965. Oh, I'm sure that's still credible.
No, but the tenrecs do hunt by echolocation very slightly.
Okay, they do?
This is a fact, yes. They're weird.
Okay, I don't think that's where toothed whales got it from.
I'm just gonna say bats, by the way. Where do bats fit in this then?
Oh, hey, there's Dorodon. I think. Oh, Orcinus. Oh, it's an orca.
It's Orcinus orca. That's a sperm whale, which is Physetter.
Sorry, Leptictinium in parentheses tenrec.
I just have to step away for a moment. Just bear with me.
Okay.
We need to go back to Paleoart at some point. My friends are.
Oh, this is squashed as shit. Oh, he says Leptictinium was a swimmer. Oh, of course he
No.
does. He says it's
No.
aquatic,
Well, of course it. Well, yeah,
and
it's
it's
found
on the
near
line to Myocetus.
Well, yeah, it's found near lake deposits, like every other animal that's on the planet. But yeah, sure.
Like every other animal in Cenozoic Germany.
Yeah. As you probably know, dugongs are whale-like herbivores with fins and whale-like flutes, so the separation of odontocetes from mysticetes should come as less of a shock.
Oh, he has opinions on where turtles came from.
Well, we don't know where those are, so his actual opinions could be right. So,
I think we have them as basal archosauromorphs
sure,
now.
yes.
The question mark.
Where did he put turtles? Because you know what? I'm actually curious because we don't know where they go.
Wait. This references 3 whale clades.
Yeah, but yeah, because Archeo. Wait, Archaeocedia
Wait.
is Archaeocedia.
Uh, so he pairs Archaeoceti and Odontoceti, far apart from Mysticeti, and right whales apart from other mysticetes.
But
So
why?
right whales are a third type of whale.
Okay, 3 whale clades are semi-aquatic ancestors with 4 limbs. Rise from. Okay, so odontocetes come from pachycetids and tenrecs and all predators. However, mysticetes are desmostelians, hippos, and mesonychids. Oh, so
Mesnikids.
his reasoning for this is
I'm just
odontocetes
going to
are
highlight
predators.
this.
Well, yeah, I'm aware. By the way, his actual reasoning for this is boiled down to, well, mysticetes aren't predators. Odontocetes are. They cannot be closely related. That is, if you just read it, that's what he's saying.
Hmm.
Is that he doesn't classify mysticetes as predators, despite them being predators because they eat meat. They're carnivores. Um, they're not herbivores. I don't think there's any herbivorous cetacean at all. Which it,
Not off the top of my head.
but he is classifying. He's also saying right whales are a sister to Desmostilius, which whatever. But no, this so I'm gonna to how many people we have live here. I'm gonna say this now. This guy is pretending to use proper science to validate his opinion that mysticetes, that baleen whales aren't predators. And he's like, predators cannot be related to non-predators. That is
And
all boiling down to, which makes sense for the rest, which also makes the rest of his things make more sense. He is of the opinion that things can't change. So things that
so
look similar have to be similar.
so I'm going to use an analogy that's, well, because of how often I butt heads with them, is very near to me. This guy feels like a creationist, but he's not advocating for a god besides himself.
Yes.
Yeah.
Like, this is very creationisty.
Yeah.
It
Well,
does seem that way.
it's weird how much work and effort's put in. Anyways, we're gonna continue.
That was a tangent. I think
Next,
that was a worthwhile tangent, and we found a future drinking game. But that was a tangent.
next paleo art.
Also, hi,
Yeah.
Prismatic Crystal.
APC.
Um, so this is an original illustration of Longasquama
Thank you,
by
Nash. Very
Peters,
pretty,
and this is
Nash.
a drawing of it by Darren Naish.
Thank you,
And
Nash.
Huh.
I got this from Darren Naish's blog, where, spoiler alert, he wrote like a novel saying, "Don't listen to Dave Peters. This is stupid and wrong,"
Yeah.
in slightly nicer words. Um, and apparently, Peters thought this reconstruction was mocking his original idea.
What?
This is one to one with color.
Well, it is
Wow.
mocking it, but that's
How is that
because.
mocking it?
Well, no. It is. It is because
But like Peters said, it was a parody of his original idea. But it's
I
just
Oh.
guarantee.
the idea with color.
Well, yeah, that's what. Well, that's the point. I guarantee Peters doesn't see the fact that it's the same thing. He physically cannot visualize that it's the same thing because he probably has he probably every single paleo art animal he's done. He probably has a canon color in his brain that he just popped up And if anyone does anything else, he's like, well, that's just fake.
Oh.
I guarantee that's what this
Oh.
is.
So he's paleo art racist.
Yes,
Oh.
which is weird because, sure, bud. Okay.
Hashtag not my longest guama. And
Oh,
yeah, some
Cozeman,
more pterosaurs based on his ideas. I'm not going to say it, and Dom, don't you say it. Jess, what pterosaur do you think this is? Hint, it's like the third most famous pterosaur ever.
Oh, I don't.
third.
I have no idea for pterosaurs. No.
Yeah,
I'm not
you
even
have
gonna
seen
guess.
this in every dinosaur movie since you
Just
were a kid.
give it a shot. You'll get it right.
Like, is it a pterodactyl?
Yeah.
Close.
It's
That's
pteranodon.
Pteranodon.
That's a pteranodon.
Yeah.
That's a
Jurassic Park.
Pteranodon.
The thing from Jurassic Park.
Why for all of the things?
Why indeed?
So by the way, you know you can tell it's pteranodon? If you cover up the back sail and the thing on the head, it's just pteranodon. Just cover them up with your hands.
Yeah.
I,
If you cover them up with your hands, you can see the pteranodon outline.
okay, so
This
you
is
know
what
how we
Peters
have,
does, and he's done it with so many things.
you know how there's the thagomizer. What the heck is that one called?
That one's named after this one's name is the Simonizer, after the late Thag Simmons.
Tyrannogasquama. I don't. Doesn't he think Longisquama is a basal pterosaur?
Yeah, which is not a bad guess, but
But don't we know it's a
I
Drepanosaur now? Because we found a thing like it that it's a
yes,
Drepanosaur.
but that was literally like a month ago.
That's true. That's true.
But before that, we did research on Longisquama. We literally didn't know what it is. We've done research on it before.
In our video that referenced Longisquama, we said we didn't know what it was.
Yes,
It
because we were
yeah. This
seeing
is
if reptiles could evolve feathers without being a dinosaur.
which probably, but they haven't, as far as we know.
Anyways, next, by the way, Kozman, another great paleo artist. By the
Yeah.
way,
Shall we get to some actually good, or shall we not actually good? Shall we get to some good paleo art, like modern
yeah,
paleo art?
modern, yeah.
Um, and this is also just kind of a showcase of artists that I think are neat, and I would recommend people check out because all of these
Yeah.
people are online. This is Emily Stepp. She does a lot of different reconstructions. She likes to do like dinosaurs from memory. That's what the above one is, and the above one is using reference. And she has a pretty good memory.
yeah.
Wow.
Excuse me.
That that's an insane thing to do from memory. That's
Mhm.
Yeah,
insane.
Emily Stepp's very good.
Yeah, and this is her rendition of Mantellosaurus, aka Iguanodon. Well, sorry, aka legally distinct Iguanodon.
Also, by the way, going back to David Peters, there's an amazing book, by the way, made by C.M. Kozman and Darren Naish,
Oh yeah?
that use fake animals to give better science. Go read Cryptozoologinomicon. It is a book made by Darren Naish, Sam Kozman, and what the fuck? There's one more. It's the group of three. John Conway. That's basically
Hmm,
just we're gonna turn all these cryptids into real animals and give them proper evolutionary trees and figure out where they're from.
cool. Do you know what they say Michaela Mbembe is? Like, do they just say it's a
I
dinosaur?
do
Or...
not. I'm not looking at Michaela and Bembe. I know they say there's none of them are late surviving dinosaurs though.
Oh, okay, that's interesting.
So
I wonder
like,
if it's like a weird
yeah,
giraffe or something.
I think.
Hmm.
I think they made like the Triceratops one a three-horned white rhinoceros or something like that.
That's neat. That's definitely possible.
Cryptozonomicon is very good. I want to buy it. It's like $40.
Hmm.
That sounds good.
Okay. Fred Weirham.
Oh yes,
Wow.
peak. He.
Uh,
Sorry.
Fred Weiram, aka Fred the Dinosaur Man, an incredibly prolific artist who does absolutely incredible work. This
He
is
for the
fan
dinosaur.
art of a game we've mentioned earlier, Prehistoric Kingdom, showing a park keeper snuggling with an Allosaurus.
Oh wow.
I follow him on DeviantArt. He does very good things. His Smilodon is my canon Smilodon. He
Yes.
also he also did a bunch of realistic Pokemon. He made the Raptor Squad realistic from Jurassic World.
Um,
Um,
Updated Walking with Dinosaurs designs,
yes.
which
Oh,
his Big Al is my canon Big Al.
my favorite depiction of Brontosaurus ever put to thing ever, which I just sent to you.
Okay, I'll bring it up. I'll bring it up. Oh, yep, I've seen that. It isn't this like one of the reference images for Prehistoric Planet? I feel like it was.
Yes, yes.
Nice.
Yeah.
Uh, and then
Um,
here's the one I was just referencing. This is his Allosaurus. So this is the one from Walking with Dinosaurs updated. Both the Allosaurus fragilis from Walking with. I don't like the arrows being there. I'm going to open this up in a new tab. Um, but his Allosaurus fragilis and his Allosaurus jamadsoni, aka Big
right.
Al.
You have seen this person's art, by the way, because I'm going to send you where some of his official paid for art comes from. I just sent you something he
Yes,
drew that you've seen. If
the,
you are into
the
dinosaurs,
Wikipedia image for Dromaeosaurus.
Yes.
yes, that's just the thing on Wikipedia.
He also designed the Allosaurus for the game The Isle, which I didn't learn until like this year.
Yes, he did.
Cool.
Sadly, it's a waste, but anyways,
It's still like the best design in the game, dude.
I'm aware. Don't worry.
Even
It's
if
just
the
a
Isle itself is crap, it's an amazing Allosaurus.
yeah. No, Fred the Dinosaur Man is one of the most prolific parallel artists of our time.
And fabulous stuff. No complaints, no notes.
No
A
notes.
plus.
Nice.
Speaking of this,
Yeah,
this bastard from Walking with.
so good. It needs to murder more children.
For another artist, one of my personal favorites is Joanna Kobierska. I think that's how you
Yes,
say it. I think she's Polish.
probably.
Um,
Joanna's pretty
she
good. Yeah.
does a lot of work with 3D models, and some of her stuff is so good, it's photorealistic.
Oh, wow.
Yes.
It's absolutely insane. Like, these are 3D models. The first time I saw this piece, I had to pause for a second because my brain thought it was real.
Yeah, it's a 3D
That's
model. It's not
amazing.
painted.
It's
That's amazing.
beautiful.
You know, the paleo art has thankfully it appears the 2020s have had a resurgence, not even resurgence, an evolution of paleo art. Very, very much so. Where we no longer get the quote unquote like paleo art's taken a lot more seriously, probably thanks to things like Jurassic World and the resurgent and Prehistoric Planet and a bunch of like resurgence of more recent dinosaur documentaries. As of recently, dinosaurs have been in the media more, so a very high class paleo art. Doc is slowly getting darker and darker.
Yeah, I'm gonna turn on my light. I
Yeah.
have my curtains open, but we've been on so long it's becoming dark.
Yep.
We can wrap up if you guys want to. I don't know
Oh,
how much longer.
we're almost done.
Okay.
There's
Okay.
Yeah, I estimated we'd be like 2 or 3 hours, and we were like right on time. The sun just decided to go to sleep. And actually, is this the last one? It is not.
Oh, that's
We
from
brought him up earlier, but Mark Whitten.
yes.
That's
Fun
beautiful.
fact: this was made for a D&D book.
Was it?
Really?
For
Yes.
what?
So yes, there is a thing called Dr. Drolin's Book of Paleontology, and a lot of Mark Whitten's art was made for that book. There's a sequel coming out now. This Uteranus was made for that book. all of them are
I never knew that.
publicly,
That's
of course.
fantastic.
Yeah. There's he. Oh, yeah. I a lot of Mark Whitten stuff was either bought or made. He is the official Paleant official art designer of Dr. Drolin's and Professor Petunia's, I believe, is this like sequel that's coming out.
Okay.
He's the official artist. Yeah.
That's really cool.
Yep. It's made for Uranus for that book.
Huh. And yeah, I wanted to include a little more Mark Whitten in here because I feel if there is any paleontologist in the last or paleo artist in the last decade that's going to be remembered for decades,
Oh, it's going to be
it
Mark Whitten.
might be Whitten
It's
Right.
going to
because
be.
his stuff is everywhere, and it's
That's
so
also
good.
Oh,
that's
I
also in the
like
book, by the way.
that.
That's also in the D&D book.
And oh yeah, I also wanted to shout out a personal friend, Dryptosaurus, who is a
He makes really
paleontology
good
student
sketches.
and artist.
That's
Very
so
very good
cool.
sketches. Yeah,
Yeah.
Yeah.
Drip's great.
Also, I think this is the only non-dinosaur in this presentation. This is Satanosaurus,
Oh.
I yeah.
other than
Doesn't look,
pterosaurs.
the Titanosaurus doesn't look like a real animal. It looks like an AI generated dinosaur.
Looks like an AI-generated Spinosaurus.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
It's a
Kinda.
it's a bit it's yeah, but it's a dinosaur that exists. Drip is great. He does great work with Monster Hunter. He sketches out all of his stuff. He's very very good and very very thorough.
Yeah, he's very good at that kind of sketchy field note style.
Yeah, it's great.
Yeah. And yeah,
God, I wish I could draw paleo art. I wish.
Me too.
me too.
Yeah.
And I think that is that.
Ow, my back!
Are you okay?
I'm fine. Ugh, there we go.
Dude, you're younger than me. You can't complain about your back.
I'm a lot younger than you. I'm aware.
Okay, you're not that much younger than me. Okay, no.
I was able to drink last year alone only.
You wanted Chronosaurus, right?
I'm
Oh,
22. Also, yes, this is also my yeah. This was made in reference to my friend that asked
Chronos eating his son.
because Chronos because it was asked for by 5 paleontologists and then it was made for them. It's very good.
Yes. This is Chronosaurus, named after that god.
Rose eating his son. It's very good. This is the other background art of my phone. Because it's my second piece of paleo art.
My background picture is a Deinonychus.
Mm-hmm.
Go figure.
Finished my Smirnoff Ice. I'm happy.
Yahoo! I'm in my second chilata. It's very good, actually.
I'm almost
So
done
yes,
my
Tomato,
third beer.
garlic, and lime.
Oh,
I
nice.
hope you enjoyed that. I'm sorry for going on. I think literally wasting 25 minutes of our time on Terra Nova. So,
That's
by the way,
okay.
you have to drink. I said it.
Dom, it is literally every video and stream you and I do. It's fine.
I'm aware. I am. Well, yes, I'm known to rant, ramble, and
We
because I
all
have the
know.
memory of an elephant, to my own detriment, it means whenever someone says something that will trigger me, I will immediately remember everything about that thing.
I think we call that being autistic.
Yeah, a little bit.
I don't have autism though. I'm confirmed not to have it.
I
I've been tested.
retest. Anyway, I had fun.
I have been
I
tested
also had
multiple
fun.
times. I know I don't have it. It's very funny.
Thank you, everyone, for joining us.
Yes,
I
thank
really
you.
appreciate Dominic and Doc Dino for coming. I appreciate all of the information I now will have to somehow keep in my brain. I will work on that. And we will see you guys maybe back here for Saturday. We'll see what's happening. Maybe for some more dinosaur stuff. We'll see.
Well, we can't
We might
stream the Forbidden Show on Saturday.
No, I'll
we
post
could do a
about it.
watch along though, where we don't have it
Yeah.
up, but we have a timer.
Oh, that's
Well,
true.
when cosplay.
Sure. sure. We would have to figure out how to set that up though, and pause it every time we pause.
That's true.
Jess, do you want to learn how to do OBS?
No.
I know how to do OBS.
I don't know how to do OBS. It scares me.
I tried
I do.
OBS for like modern day debate and I failed horribly, so.
I know how to do OBS.
Okay, Dom, you're in charge of doing OBS.
You're in charge.
Fuck. I can look it up and do stuff. If not, we can just do a 3, 2, 1. We don't need to have a timer. It's not that hard to.
Well,
not.
If we pause, it's good to have a timer.
Yeah,
Also,
I
I
know.
don't know where to find it online anywhere. I'm sure there are sites, but
No, Terra Nova is almost lost media. It's not on anything.
okay, then how are we going to watch it?
Illegally, because it's Terra Nova. It's giving money
Legally.
to no one. The only way to watch
For the record, completely legally.
Right now, it's on Amazon
So
Prime. I have
anyway,
Amazon Prime.
guys,
No,
let
we
us
can do it legally.
continue.
I have Amazon Prime.
Have
We're
a good
good.
evening, everybody.
Bye.
Good night, everybody.
Bye.
Good night.